Hi, I'm Sue Fitzmaurice. I've been talking about purpose for a few years now, but 6 years ago I was living a very busy corporate lifestyle. I was a CEO. There were parts of my job that I loved. I loved setting goals for the organisation. I loved working with the other staff to help achieve those goals and to help those people also achieve their personal and professional goals. Um, the things that I really was struggling with were that I found I was working with a lot of people who were very dishonest. I was working with people who really didn't care about other people, who were just concerned about the numbers, the profits, how much was in the bank. A lot of people who stabbed each other in the back regularly, and I really wasn't prepared to accept that this was a normal corporate life. And ultimately, I left. For a while, I applied for other similar positions, but quite soon I realised I just didn't want to work in that kind of environment again. But I wasn't quite sure what else I wanted to do. So eventually, I realised that the thing I was most passionate about, and also the thing I was really good at, was helping other people to find their passion to make their purpose happen. Then I had to figure out how to make a career out of that. So eventually, all of these things came together, and now I'm enjoying a really happy, very successful time in my life, living my purpose and helping other people to achieve theirs. Along the way, I've learnt a great deal about purpose, obviously. Um, Here's a couple of things that I've realised are absolutely crucial. One is that right now, in this particular uh, era of humanity's development, this is somehow the time where we're supposed to be working out what our purpose is and living that. It's a really critical time in the world right now. The world's in a pretty serious mess in many aspects of it. And that's really, that can be really depressing and hard for people. What's also happening, and what we don't tend to see so much of, but I can promise you it's really the reality, is that there are thousands, hundreds of thousands of people all over the world who are finding their purpose, who are living that, and who are making a difference, a positive difference in the world. Which is the second thing that I think is really, really critical about purpose. Almost everyone I talk to who talks about wanting to find their purpose, almost in the same breath, they also talk about wanting to make a difference in the world, to make a contribution, to give back to the world. And so these two things are absolutely where we're at. It's as though we have a responsibility right now to do this. And somehow, at certain points in all of our lives, we wake up to this reality. Most of the people I work with are around my age, and mostly they are women. And somehow it seems to be something that's happening more with that group. Maybe I just notice it more because those are mostly the people that I work with. But I also notice that a lot of teenagers, I have two of them, they're very clear about wanting to do this one particular thing, that to find out what they're here for, many of them, which is so encouraging. I love that about that particular generation. So ultimately, one of the things I did also was I put together a course, and I coach and I do all kinds of things. But here's how I can help you with my course. If you really don't know what your purpose is, then what I can do is, what I do in the course is I take you through a number of exercises for you to discover or rediscover your passions and your strengths. And hopefully, in amongst all of that, there is almost certainly your purpose. If you have some sense of what your purpose is, or you even know quite clearly what your purpose is, but you can't find a way to actually make that happen, then I can help you with that too. In the course, I talk about the main obstacles that almost all of us have to struggle with, and deal with in order to live our purpose. So whether you have some clarity about your purpose or none at all, the course is really there to help you. And I hope that you'll join my particular community of 1,000 people now who've completed or are completing my 10-day purpose course. And I'd love to see you there.